out there with Young. Then it's Thabo Sefolosha, and it's Splitter.
What was that pass?
Outside Hardaway. Dishes it to Sefolosha. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. The Hawks, #1.
Well, I just love the tenacity on the defensive end. They have been in lockdown mode.
Some changes for Phoenix. Archie Goodwin comes in for Devin Booker, and it's Barbosa in for Knight. Now Barbosa. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Denver. Clock at 6.
What the heck was that?
Throws it down.
And when a 7-footer like Bender is taking it to the rim like that, it's terrifying for the D. That's almost impossible to guard.
And Young kicks to Sefolosha.
Oh, it.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And for the Phoenix Suns, it feels like there have been chemistry concerns, Doris, in recent years. Why is that?
You know, Kevin, I think something like that's hard to pinpoint. It just seems like something is off, right? So much of winning in the NBA is about culture. And it's tough to win when people aren't on the same page. For this franchise to turn it around, that's got to change.
Back to Barbosa. Chandler kicks to Bender. Hardaway with the steal.
First turnover, yay.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good, Sefolosha. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And Doris, it seems so often these days you don't see an interim head coach actually get the job at the end of the year. That was not the case with Earl Watson and the Suns. He showed what he could do, and management has given him the go-ahead.
Well, Kevin, I think it often feels like you're a placeholder as an interim, but good for the Suns front office for giving Watson the job.
I didn't even mean to do that.
Not easy to do since Watson is such a young head coach, one of the youngest in the league, in fact.
That's good from Chandler.
He didn't mean to
Doris,
put a screenshot out.
Talk about a winning culture or veteran leadership. Well, Tyson Chandler embodies those statements to a T. He's won international medals. He's been a part of an NBA title. Just a great presence to have on a team, regardless of what he's asked to do and able to do on the floor.
Well, I think, Kevin, you look no further than the contract Chandler was given late in his career. It might seem high for his production, but you want him as a guide and mentor. The way he approaches the game, the accolades, it's something you can't teach. The definition of a team leader.
There's the screen. Prez passes to Young.
Oh, Justice, do it.
Shot clock at 6. Fires the
there you
3.
Go, Justice. Come on.
They get the rebound. Stolen by Bledsoe. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. Chandler dishes to Goodwin. Second chance shot. And good that time.
Yeah.
Well, there's the king of the putbacks, right? Chandler devastating on the offensive glass.
Our turnover is so bad.
Jack for 3.
Oh, in the first. Dang it. I almost got that rebound.
And let's hear from Tyson Chandler.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet.
Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches. Some changes for Phoenix. Goodwin's checked in for Booker. And it's Barbosa in for Eric Bledsoe. Chandler out there with Bender. Then there's Brandon Knight. Then there's Barbosa. And it's Goodwin in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Barbosa for 3. And no good that time. And Atlanta will come the other way. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
How about the shooting percentage, though? In the low 30s. That tells you all you need to know.
I think they're indicative of some breakdowns in their offensive execution. You don't create any open looks, and they couldn't make the ones they were taking.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
All right, David, and folks, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know He's never been shy of hard work.
Yeah, his fortitude is tremendous. He's going to keep rehabilitating at the highest level until he's back out there with his teammates.
Every time we have the ball.
Suns leading by 9.
Can't get any good scores because of that.
Outside Knight.
I hope if I get my playmaking up, will that help?
Shoots the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Knight's got 9 points now in the quarter.
You know, after not scoring a single point in the first quarter, they're still feeding him, and he's showing his appreciation.
Splitter kicks to Young.
Oh, it.
There's the dish to Korver.
Yes.
And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
You know, excellent decision making by Young, really breaking apart the defense with his passing.
Knight with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against Denver.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals
so easily.
on the night, getting after it on both ends. And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Prez, and it's Phoenix with the rebound.
No, it was fine
Fresh
game.
from a win against the Nuggets.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Well, hard to dispute. They faced very little resistance. But still, you have to convert when given the opportunity, and they certainly did.
And we all know just how tough it can be to stay in peak form as a rookie. Prez has been putting in extra time with trainer Xavier Cross to improve on his condition.
And listen, you aren't any good to a coach if you can't run the floor. I don't care how good you are. People don't realize just how great a shape you need to be in.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Suns ahead. They lead by 13. And now we'll send it up.
Wow. Somehow we're doing really horrible.
All right, come on, guys. Shake it off. Knight
we might upgrade our playmaking.
Too many plays out there,
That will
fellas.
help us.
If we
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. An exceptional performance from Brandon Knight.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
You know, amazing because they're always a focal point for the defense and always looking for ways to take them out of the game, and that didn't happen in this first half.
We're not in, so let's just watch that for a little bit.
Suns leading by 13. So many times basketball can imitate life and vice versa. Doris, what life lessons have you learned through playing basketball?
I would tell you it's shaped every phase of my life, Kevin. It taught me work habits necessary for success. It taught me that my success very often is continued.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Young against Bledsoe. Chandler is screen. Here's Goodwin. Outside for Bledsoe. The feed now to Goodwin. Shoots a 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Oh, really? To get
Goodwin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board
so lucky.
for 3. The Hawks trail by 9. Feeds to Splitter. Young outside, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Alex Lenz checked in for
the 3-second violations. They're like, it's your fault.
The Hawks shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Phoenix.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And
what do we
so
do?
With this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Knight.
What a joy to watch when he's got this sort of game going on. He was everywhere. Defensively, offensively, his teammates fed off that energy all game long.
Booker is the 2 with Tucker at the 3. Jared Dudley out there with Alex Len, and it's Bledsoe in at point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
They just lose the ball.
Like the Suns will retain possession here.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Amazing. The quickness, the eye-hand coordination of these guys, extraordinary.
6 on the shot clock. Knight passes to Bender, launches a 3. That one doesn't drop. So it's the Suns winning easily here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
106, wow.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had
it depends on who we
that
get,
lead
what kind
and
of
it was
salary we
comfortable,
get.
they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Ugh.
Hey, yo, it's not going to be easy.
He said the same thing. Rich Tom for the Suns. Dude, if we didn't get 1,000. 3-second violations. Yeah, maybe that'll help my team. Maybe it does that, I don't know. This maybe makes me better and then they'll pass it to me, I don't know.
Yep, there it is. You brought backup today and beat me here? There he is. Hey, man, you know I got to be the first one at the gym. Wherever the gym is. He just happened to be here before me. I'll work out with you guys today.
I knew I had a good feeling about you, too.
Let's do it. Core today, right?
Oh, yeah, every day.
We lost. Almost December though. Maybe if we upgrade a skill, we'll have a 60 overall. I don't know. 60 looks a lot better than 59 for the next level. Basically. Request a trade. Go to the Pistons. How do you do it? Just see what happens. I want to request a trade just because. See what happens. See if everything turns out better, you know. Ball control. I mean, we'll get a playmaking one. Screw, we'll get this. Wait, how much does that cost? We don't have enough for that, I don't think. Wait, no. Do we? No. Let's get layups then. Firm. Get some layups, and we got that. Awesome. 60. Playmaking went up. Awesome. Definitely next time I have to get that. What does that say?
Do it soon.
Well, the Pistons took a big risk by giving all that power to Stan Van Gundy. But right now, he has Detroit on the right path. Shaq, any words for your former coach?
Well, I called him the master of panic a long time ago. He said something to me. I said something back. You know, Ernie, smack you and I'll smack you back. But now they have a coach that fits the city's mentality of hard work and defense.
Well, they cleaned house. They cleaned house a lot once he got there. Now they have a cohesive unit. You know, they have some really good young players mixed with veteran talent, and they're playing solid and they're relying on those strengths.
Have you got a good Stan Van Gundy impersonation?
No, because I can't yell. I got bowled in the throat one time by Rick Fox. That's why my voice sounds like this all the time.
Kind of hoping they win if they're still playing the Hawks.
Greetings, everyone, from Atlanta. The Hawks playing host to an Eastern Conference affair here at the Phillips Arena. And we've got time.
Okay.
Well, Stan Van Gundy remains one of the most demanding coaches.
At times, a contentious relationship between Howard and Van Gundy, but you see the respect there, sir. DA, thank you. Both these teams are having a hard time coming up with wins. Brent, can a losing streak like this get in a team's head?
Oh, it can get in your head. It can get in your car. It can get into your jeans. It's all over the place, Kevin. So, you know, one good game can turn around a month of your season. One good month can turn around your entire season. We'll see if it starts here tonight.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
So Detroit, Atlanta making some changes. Splitters checked in for Howard. Prez comes in for Chris Humphries. Young is subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Detroit also making some changes. Harris comes in for John Lewis. And it's Johnson in for Marcus Morris. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Andre Drummond is out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against the Boston Celtics.
And I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
And it led to them getting a bunch of points at the free throw line. So that aggressiveness caused foul trouble for their opponent. It was a great aggressive attitude that they played with.
And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
That they did, and he's the one guy on D you can't leave alone or he's going to get to the bucket over and over. Just torched them there.
And there's the 3-second violation.
What are you doing?
And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Pistons.
And you like to see a game like this where even when your top 2 stars are struggling out there, like we've seen with Prez and Justice, that the rest of the team can step up and deliver. Just a great game right now, and it's largely happening because of the team effort, not the orange juice tandem in this one.
Harris dishes to Drummond. 9 feet out, and it's in there. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Hard to believe that a player as talented as Drummond slipped to number 9 in the draft, but that's what happened to him. You knew the potential was there, and you know what? He's lived up to what he can do.
Yeah, and I remember the fears were he was just too raw coming into the NBA. Always had an NBA-ready body, and he is physically imposing at times. But credit him for working hard to play to his strengths. It's why he's developed into a star.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Detroit. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Hasn't Smith with the assist that time.
I'm going to be glad
Harris
to be
has
on
got
that
his
team.
first 3 points of the game. The feed to Bazemore. The dish now to Hardaway. And there's the 3-second violation.
With the turnovers.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Hardaway.
It's painful.
Pistons leading by 8. 36 seconds
all the
left
time
here
my
in the
score
opening
goes down.
quarter. Smith
Once
kicks
in a
to
while
Baines.
is a defensive breakdown.
Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
The other half of
Hawks have
time,
gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off.
Them messing up.
Here's Prez. That one's off.
Really?
Still out of sync.
Well, the D wasn't awful, but it wasn't stifling either. He really should have made that
Well, it's
shot.
good if I shoot it
Harris
because then I'm
kicks
going
to
to
Smith.
3-second violation. Only goes down a little bit, miss. Compared to like
Back to Harris. 3 seconds left. Misses at the rim. And so the first quarter is in the books. Pistons.
Now if I have, I'm going to shoot it. I'm not going to care. I'm going to shoot it.
And then it's on to the second quarter after this.
No, man. Look, I've always been a gym rat.
Well, is there anyone, Greg, that really doubts the importance of practice? And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor.
We're not doing too bad.
Then for the Pistons, Andre Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines. Marjanovic comes in for Harris. And Smith subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. On the floor for Detroit, they've got Marjanovic. Smith is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Jack kicks to Splitter. And he was camped in the lane there against the 3-second call. Pistons leading by 5.
Well, the Hawks offense predicated on ball movement and spacing and great shooting. They keep their shooters spread all over the floor, and if they can't get layups, those catch and shoot opportunities are something they're great at. You know, nice pass in close quarters. Sometimes those can be tricky.
Young passes to Prez. Pulls it up. Takes it from 10. And it's off the back rim. No good. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Jackson dishes to Johnson. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. And the catch and shoot jumper, statistically a better shot than pull up. But Brent, the Hawks make it the foundation of their offense.
Yeah, even when they're driving or they're posting up, you always get the sense that they're looking for the next pass. And then potentially, Kevin, even the pass after that, the hockey assist. So you have to have a collection of good decision makers and guys confident to step up and knock down open shots.
Offensive rebound. Marjanovic, no good with the layup.
Well, the defense ready for him there in prevent mode, making sure that he didn't get a clean look at that layup.
Korver kicks to Prez. Knocked away and stolen by Drummond.
Dang it.
Johnson against Korver. Johnson outside.
Good at defense.
He feeds it to Drummond. The leaner inside.
Not really good at ball handling
either. The same rhythm or approach that he had in the first quarter when he was taking it straight to the teeth of the D and really creating contact. I'd like to see him get back to that here in this quarter.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Atlanta. The Hawks trail by 11. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Young. He kicks to Sefolosha. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Sefolosha's got his first basket of the night. Right side Jackson with 1 on the clock, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's and so that's the end of the.
I almost could have got that rebound, but it failed. Try to get our team score up. That's our only goal. Not to win the game, is to get our team score up.
Come on, guys. Shake it off. All right, listen up, defense.
Welcome back, folks. Always so much activity going on here in the bustling metropolis of Atlanta, Georgia. So both teams making some changes here.
Had to get the ball thrown to me for them to actually do anything.
Pistons leading by 3. Prez, he's in at the 4 spot. Young is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Splitter, and it's Bazemore at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Really? Why can't I make shots at all?
Terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
All instinctual because he knows where he needs to go and then force the opponent to do something about it.
And Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer named the 2015 Coach of the Year in the NBA after their impressive run to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
You think about the
19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Morris is down low with Drummond. On the wings, Caldwell, Pope, Harris. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. And so it's Detroit with the W. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean,
it's like,
road
well,
team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports.
Maybe
so long and good night, everyone.
Liked your tenacity out there. You're showing me something, which I like, so keep it up.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, can't remember the last time I played that bad. I can. Last night. Don't remind me, man.
All right, guys. I'm gonna play another game. I want to see this when I transferred. I think Justice come up with this. Every once in a while, just get a little better shooting. So we can't get it up too high. We'll be like very average at shooting. Or we can actually do it, but, you know. Better defense. I'll just save for another defense upgrade.
Oh, man. 1 second. Oh, man.
Nice place. Last step is diet. There's more out there.
3 boxes?
That's right. That's just a week's worth.
What are you trying to do to me, man?
I'm going to make you a star. I see you already got a head start.
Oh, yeah, that's my mom, man. She sends me food every week.
That's a smart lady. Yeah. Well, then you can just take this as a supplement. I make it myself. All fruits and vegetables, some protein.
Yeah?
Yeah. You sip through that.
This is what you sip through?
Yeah, don't use your eye. Use your mouth.
Okay. What's in there?
Stuff.
It's going to help my core?
It's going to help your core.
All right.
Okay, got some messages. Oh, will do CC. $300. Could say screw it and get like this shooting off dribble. Post scoring. That gives you a lot. Pretty low. We should save up for that. I mean, that could only help us, right? I might play multiple seasons because we're going through this pretty fast. Alright. Start. Alright, whatever. I like how you can choose both of them.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
With Kenny the Jet Smith and the big Aristotle, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Atlanta Hawks. Wins have been few and far between of late for Atlanta. They'd love to get back on a winning track. 7 losses in their last 8 games. That is not going to get it done, and they know it. And, Shaq, we're coming up to the halfway point of the season. Some teams finally getting into a groove after a somewhat shaky start.
Yeah, every year is different. Sometimes it takes a little longer to figure out. But what's most important is you get hot at the right time.
Oh, that's right. I agree with that. And you have to have a lot of experience on your team. And those guys know how to pace themselves. And you can just kind of relax. Quality veterans won't allow the season to be a sprint. it's a marathon.
Tip-off coming up shortly. It's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the Atlanta Hawks come into town in this game. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve and nothing tip. And three-pointers certainly on the rise. We'll see if he sticks to his guns. GA, thank you. As you hit the midway point of the season, Steve, do you think teams know where they stand at this point? New group in now for the Raptors.
Ooh, we're winning.
Sullinger's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Damari Carroll comes in for Patrick Patterson. Ross, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. And so in the game for the Hawks, Prez. He's in at the 4.
Oh, I made it.
Jared Jack is out there with Young. Then it's Splitter, and it's Bazemore at the 3. Joseph, the pass to Carroll. Sullinger, the screen. Here's DeRozan. The shot from the low post is good. DeRozan's got his second basket.
Not the best pick I've ever seen, but it was just enough to get the job done.
Marked down low that time, and he got the turnover now. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. The Hawks, number 1.
I mean, they've been impressive on the defensive end, and they may have caught a few teams on off nights, but you've got to give them credit. They've made scoring a chore when you look at their opponents.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Scored.
DeRozan's got 6.
DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
Screen by Young. Jack against DeRozan. From 15 feet away, Prez kicks to Splitter. Bazemore for 3. Carroll with the rebound. Raptors trail by 7. He dishes it to Joseph. Sullinger the screen. And Joseph kicks to Sullinger. Ross in the corner. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Joseph. His three-pointers off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jack dishes to Prez.
Come on, this is how we play, guys.
From past the arc. Rebound by the Raptors. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game.
At
least when they had the.
And so the first quarter is in the books.
First quarter is pretty good play.
Bucks lead by 7. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Before the game, we said.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a mental struggle more than anything.
Good points. What role does a trainer guy? Some changes here for the Raptors. Ross comes in for Norman Powell, and it's DeRozan in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the Hawks, Prez is checked in for Humphries.
Oh,
Dennis
really?
Schroeder
Oh, that was
for
a bad
Kyle
move.
Korver.
Sorry, guys.
Young is subbed in for Levin. Joseph and DeRozan, the guard set. Damari Carroll is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Ross in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Jared Sullinger. Schroeder against DeRozan. Young passes to Bazemore. Splitter sets a screen. And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder.
Come on.
The 3. That one doesn't go. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
That one good for 2. And now just a 3-point Hawks lead.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Come on, guys, let's get it together. Let's go.
She was truly horrible with 3-second calls.
Toronto, they've gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Joseph with the ball. He's got 5. Ross with a wide open look. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Hawks leading by 3. And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Sixteen seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Prez. The putback.
Oh, yeah.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Hawks lead by 5.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback. Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
And when you're talking about post defense,
it's a neck and neck game. You're letting one guy.
Bring it in.
Fools.
We have not won this game yet. We are letting DeRozan get.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for this. A new group in now for the Raptors. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Damari Carroll comes in for Patrick Patterson. Ross, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. On the court for Atlanta, Prez. He's in at power forward. Young is out there with Jarrett Jack. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Splitter in at the 5 down low. And you always hear coaches say, make the simple play. That's one of the keys to the Raptors offense, Smitty, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they don't play fast, so they don't have a lot of turnovers, but they're also at the bottom of the league in prior assists. What they do is they just try to attack to score on the offensive end.
DeRozan, that's good.
Look at the focus in DeRozan's eyes on that shot. A guy right in his face, but he had no problem finishing it.
And Jack picks to Young. Splitter sets a screen to the wing right side. He doesn't hit that one. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Carroll dishes to Joseph. 1:05 left in the third. To the paint. It's stolen by Jack. An even 3-on-3 break. Feeds it to Bazemore. Jack passes to Prez. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young for 3. Sullinger with the rebound.
Surprising. He usually puts the dagger in your heart. That wide open from 3.
And it's DeRozan missing. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Prez kicks to Young. Passes it to Splitter. Young outside. Beyond the arc. Again, Young missing. Now here's Ross. D right on him.
They're going to try to shoot fast, aren't they?
Now here's DeRozan. Sullinger a screen on Jack. Here's Carroll. No good.
Oh, yeah, they misses.
And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Get the pass, attack. Pass, attack. But down there, we got to get stopped.
Dwayne Casey focusing on ball movement and finishing strong, but also getting it done.
20 seconds, wow.
19 seconds left in the fourth. And they can just let the clock run out here.
But the Gatorade was
with the W.
The explosive pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the backcourt. Inside, it's Patterson by Valanciunas, and it's Powell in at the small forward.
Oh,
so that's
really
the 5 in the game for Toronto. So it's Toronto winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K
You can't think about it.
And we'll see you next time.
Earnings are being saved. Maybe it was better when on the Pistons. I don't know. Might do worse. Who knows? We didn't do too bad in that game, so we still lost. This is a pretty good episode for games. Alright, we got 3 new messages. Wow. I just gotta set my stuff down. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. Let's just save up for a goal. Bruce is important. Yeah. Alright, 48 minutes, guys. Alright. I mean, should we get up some, like get these all get these good scored up? I don't know. Maybe we should work on defending because our archetype. Rebounding. Offensive rebound. Box out. Nah. We're right for the gold. But yeah, we can get some of this. Get closer to the upgrade. Ooh, 4 losses in a row. It's embarrassing. It's been a long episode of me just playing game after game. This has been like a straight game. There's like 3 straight team practice, which I might just skip for episode-wise. Episode 6. But, you know, there is the cutscenes, but whatever. They actually don't take that long, so sure, man. $909. Sweet. Alright. Okay. Oh wow, it changed a lot. Okay, so it shows everything that we've done. 2 wins. Lost to the Clippers. Suns. Anyone gets Golden State yet? Oh wow, look at all these losses. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna do better. Maybe we will. Game day against the Bulls. Do we still have like the three days in a row team practice? No, we don't. No, we have 2 days in a row. You know what, guys? Screw it. We'll do this last game. 4 games this episode. Oh, we should have read the messages, but whatever. Screw it. Well, like, well, welcome part. Okay. Don't care. Don't know if it really makes any sense, though.
The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. And we've now reached critical mass for this very exciting NBA season. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Detroit Pistons at their home, the Palace of Auburn Hills. Well, for Detroit, we've kind of waited and waited for this team to come together and start producing, but it just hasn't happened. And now we've gotten pretty deep into the season, so time's not on their side. And Detroit last season shot up in the standings, largely due to their improvements on the defensive end. Shaq, how'd they do it?
Well, Stan Van Gundy is a guy who knows how to coach defense. I played for him in Miami before he was fired. They play well as a unit, and they're sharp with the help defense.
Did he turn you into a defensive force?
No. I'm not known for my defense, Ernie.
What are you known for?
Prolific MF scorer.
What's MF again?
Most frequently.
Oh, okay, got you. But I tell you.
See how different this game goes, though.
The Bulls are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this one. And with tip.
Thanks.
It's not just about raw talent, but how the pieces fit, DA. Thanks. And with the All-Star game behind us, Chris, a lot of teams now pushing for the playoffs, asking a lot of their players. How common is it, do you think, for players and teams to just... And the Pistons making a change here. Prez has checked in. Then for the Bulls, Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. Doug McDermott comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Rajon Rondo. So for Chicago right now, Butler and McDermott are out on the perimeter. Robin Lopez out there with Portis, and it's Cannon in at the 1.
Yeah.
And yes, it's good.
Sometimes all you have to do is dump the ball down to Drummond and get out of the way. He'll take care of the rest, utilizing his massive frame so well.
Here's Cannon. Butler kicks to Portis. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. 1:49 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. A different look here for Detroit. Marjanovic checked in for Andre Drummond. Marcus Morris comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Johnson in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Valentine's checked in for Chicago. They get the rebound. Here's Marjanovic. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. First trip to the line for him here.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's
come
through right around 74% of the time.
Ray McCallum's checked in for Detroit. And the second free throw, good.
And really, you got to commend the Bulls for the success they've had in the draft. You look at that roster, you see a ton of big-minute players who were drafted by the Bulls. They've done a great job of finding players to fill roles within that team.
Johnson in the corner.
Really good shooting.
We've got 1:18 left to play in the first. Here's Prez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Hey, we still got it, though.
The NBA is a league of adjustments, and one adjustment that Prez has made recently is his diet. His trainer has him doing every little thing he can to keep his body in its best condition.
And you'd be surprised just how terrible the diets of a lot of NBA players can be. Stuff like eating nothing but gummy bears or drinking soda all the time. They work off the calories, but that isn't helping them stay fit physically or mentally.
Well, Prez was able to start his first NBA season with a title run behind him. He was a part of the great U.S. team that beat Australia in the finals in the summer.
You know, you talk about the best way to get acclimated to the NBA. I think Prez playing with the national team was perfect for him. Just the confidence boost that tournament win provides and getting his feet wet with some of the all-time greats.
And you figured it was coming with his time playing for USA, but Prez has quickly become a very well-connected player in the NBA.
It certainly started there, but in general, Prez is just a really gregarious
ball
guy.
movement.
The league is a little buddy-buddy nowadays, and Prez fits right into that
first
whole environment.
That one's kind of explained a little.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. So for Chicago right now, at small forward and power forward, it's McDermott and Gibson. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive. To the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
And Caldwell Pope is mostly known for his defense, but, you know, Chris, he can light it up on offense if you give him a chance.
And that's the big thing, Kev, with KCP and his offensive game is that he is just so slippery. He can slip through hedges on screens to get to the basket. Any scene you give him, he'll find space and pull up for a shot or take it all the way.
Here's Gibson. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Dang it.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pistons trailed by 11. Jackson dishes to Prez. On the wing, Harris. Caldwell Pope outside. The feed to Prez. He kicks to Drummond.
Did he get it?
And that one drops for him. Drummond's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I like it. Aggressive. They're pounding it inside. Unwilling to settle for less.
Stolen by Jackson. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, as you know, things could have turned out a lot differently for Stan Van Gundy. He was the favorite for the coaching vacancy in Golden State in 2014, but in the end, the Pistons owner gave him the chance to coach and run the front office, and that led him to Detroit. Now, the Warriors went on to win the title that season, but Van Gundy insists I had to do it over again. This is exactly where I'd want to be. Kevin, he can build this team exactly as he wants.
Thanks, D.A., and after some tough exits in Miami and Orlando, this time he holds the cards. Caldwell Pope passes to Prez. Right side Jackson. The Pistons working the ball around now. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And you'll ask defenders or would-be defenders of Drummond, he can just punish you physically.
If he drops a shoulder into you, it's like getting hit by a runaway freight train. Because of how strong he is under the rim, he can just shrug off defenders who don't have a strong base. If he hits it on the low block, it's a dunk pretty much every time.
Lures checked in for Tobias Harris. Feeds it to McDermott. The 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Yeah, but they could have moved the ball better as well. The shot selection, poor offensive execution.
One thing about Reggie Jackson is he plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Reggie definitely has an edge to his game and plays like somebody stepped on his new shoes or scratched his car. Players with that mentality, though, I love them. They are rare, but some of the grittiest players in the game. He is fit in perfectly in the D because of that edge.
And here is Lure, looking for his first basket still in this one. Drummond with a screen on run. Jackson kept alive. And it's Drummond missing.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. And you look over the career of Dwayne Wade. He was initially a slasher, but he's improved his shot. And
that'll do it for the first half.
Come back another half. You're a new coach. Just want to hear this.
All right, come on, guys. Shake it off.
Same exact guy.
These guys are relying on.
Welcome back, everyone. The Whites of Motown reflecting for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Lure, and Prez is.
Wait, what? Oh.
Subbed in for Harris. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. McDermott comes in for Taj Gibson. Valentine's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Rajon Rondo. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Prez out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. 6 to shoot. Outside Butler. There's the triple. Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
Anyway.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Back to Baines. Outside Jackson. From beyond the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
You're right. A lot of wide open spaces. They were running around undefended all night.
And again, Chicago. No good. Pistons trailed by 11.
Defense is getting pretty good.
Passes to Baines. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Back to Jackson.
We actually
Chris, you're looking up and down rosters all the time, and you always notice the guys that keep teams together, the glue guys. They may not be the stars, but they're important players. In that regard, who are some of the better glue guys in the NBA now?
Well, let's just look at the last year's playoffs. I mean, you got to look at a guy like Boris Diaw that can play so many positions and come in and score 20 for you or not score at all and still stay valuable for his team. A guy like Draymond Green that not only plays defense so well, but does so many other things so well offensively, keeps his guys, rallies, gets them together. And then how about Steven Adams just being a terror down there in that post, holding it down for the big fellas. Those 3 guys come to mind.
Great perspective. Well, the one issue for Drummond, he has had his whole career, Chris. 1:02 left to play in the final quarter. Chicago leading by 16.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Bulls.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Dwayne Wade. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Jimmy Butler is out there with Portis. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Wade in at the shooting guard position. And McCallum, he has it in the corner. At 3 off the mark. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.